This is the bear right here. Let's check him out one more time. This is Bob the Bear Hyatt right here.
He had such a unique voice.
Okay, this is.
Go ahead. Okay.
Okay, and let's see. Move over here. This is Blind Al Wilson. This is the other prominent member. Is that what you're signaling, Brian? You wanted me to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can talk, Brian. We was just kidding.
This is Blind Al Wilson.
It's Unley Hooker,
Yeah.
said to be one of the greatest harmonica players we've ever heard.
And Blind Al Wilson's dead too. He also died of a heart attack. But anyway,
Yeah.
he was the other main singer and the songwriter in the band. Let's turn it over on the other side and show them another. Well, this is the flip side of it. Doesn't this really look 1960s? Is there any
Yeah.
cover that epitomizes the decade of California boogie blues from a scene that Janis Joplin would come from than this right here?
I would like to say something now. I played this album right here is an original album that I bought, and I bought this album myself in the year that it came out, which I think is '69. No, I'm wrong. It's earlier than that. I bought this album, and I've had it ever since in my collection. And you can see the album cover's worn and beat up. And look at, you can see the imprint of the album on it if you look.
Let's show them the bear here. Yeah, you can. You can see that
You
imprint
can
of
open
that
it
album.
up. It's got a cover you can open up even.
Okay.
He's right there.
This is the bear right here. This is Bob the Bear Hyatt that played at Star Music Land in Paint. So let's look at it on the inside too. This thing opens up. CDs, you don't get this big old graphic artwork, do you? Huh?
You don't.
Sonny,
yeah.
what did you actually think, though, when I first showed you the picture of Bob the Bear Hyatt and you and
I was
Dr. Don and Kenny Lee?
I was overjoyed to have that part of my life on print. I was, because I don't have that much of it. It seems like that you look back and you can remember, but if you got a picture to look at, it's a total, completely different aspect, and it just thrilled me that you had it, and you were nice enough to give me one of them. I just love it. You know?
Sonny wanted it especially made. I had that especially made. We had the one. She just went and had that thing. This is the bear right here again, right here. Anyway, this is the album Live at the Topango Corral, and Canned Heat, Killer, No Finer American Blues. This is authentic American boogie woogie at its finest, and coming out of that jug band scene right there.
Absolutely.
You like Janis Joplin came out of that period too a lot, didn't you?
Yes.
I try to
Jimi
look
Hendrix
back
came out of
on
that period, yeah.
things I've done over the years, and
Well, what happened after Star Music Land, Sonny, and your
after
wife?
Star Music Land, I moved to Nashville, and I was signed with a publisher in Nashville who had worked with Marlowe before. I met him through Marlowe, and as soon as I was free to do whatever I wanted to, I went to Nashville and decided to sign. We talked, we negotiated. I got what I considered a good deal, and I signed with a publisher to write. And it was amazing. The luck I've had in this world is amazing, because I got there on Thursday night. Friday morning we went in to see a producer, and I had just written a song in New Orleans about a couple years before that, called Down in the Quarter, which is a true song and a whole story on its own, but I won't get into that. It's anyway, we played it, and it was just me and a guitar on tape, and I had no idea that it would make any kind of impression like it did. But the producer reached over after the first verse and chorus and cut it off, and I said to myself, well, he don't like it, this is it. So anyway, he reached over and he didn't say a word. He just reached over, picked up the telephone, and he called Tommy Overstreet, and he said, Tommy, be in the office at 8 o'clock Monday morning. No, it was early, like 7 or 8 o'clock, which I thought was extremely early to be singing. And we are going to record this song. We have a new song to record. And what happened, as soon as we got in his office, he said, sure, I'll listen to the song, because he was friends with my publisher. He said, I'll be glad to listen, but we just recorded an album. It's getting ready to go to press. Maybe I'll save it for the next album. And then he listened to it, and he reached over and cuts it off, and he calls him and says, we're going to record another song. So it replaced one of the songs that I already recorded. Monday morning it was recorded. Like a week and a half later, it was released to national radio. Within 2 weeks after I got in Nashville, I had a top 10 single. And I couldn't believe it.
And you were making money.
left and right.
You were making money left and right. I want to hear that song. Let's do it, huh?
Oh God!
Come on, come on. You can pick a little bit, one verse.
I'll just do a little bit of
One verse. We're not even going to tell them the name of the song. They already know it.
It's a true song, and it's about a friend of mine and the lady that he could not see. You know, he's royalty and she's a peon, and he's like, it's impossible for him to see her under the circumstances. It was a tragedy, and I saw it unfold right before my eyes and wrote it, and it was written as a pop song, really. Well, I've got a great big house in Audubon, a maid that shines my silver when I'm gone. But I would give it all away to stroll with you down in the quarter. It never gets older. Sipping life like a fine wine. It's honey on the vine. It's honey on the vine. It's honey on the vine. I haven't done that song in 10 years, at least.
Well, that song made you a lot of money, did it not?
Made me a lot of money.
Made you a lot of money.
Yes, it did. It kept me living for a few years.
And you, 2 weeks after you went from Pikeville to Nashville, Tennessee, 2 weeks this song.
2 days, well, I got there on Thursday night, and Monday morning it was recorded that fast. And a week and a half later it was released.
Mhm.
And shortly after that, boom, it was in the charts, and I got a #4 single in the nation by it. I wanted that #1, but I didn't get it.
We've been talking about.
I will, though.
Sonny, we've been talking about songwriting. At what age did you really start writing songs?
You know, that was the amazing thing about it, because I traveled and I played and I did stuff, but I didn't really start singing or writing until I was playing at Marlowe's. I played there about 2 years, and I actually didn't play much guitar, and wanted to write so bad. Had all these ideas in my head I wanted to write, and I said, got to play something to write. I went out and bought a guitar that day. It was like on Monday. Thursday night I played it on stage. I might have only played one song, but I played it, you know. I had to. So the next week I played more. The next week I played more. And within 6 months, the first 3 chords that's why I couldn't understand guitar players. They know all these nice riffs, which are great. There's so many great guitar players in the world, so much better than me, you know. But I believe it's all in feel, and it's not what you know technically. Guitar player is such a good guitar player. He knows all these riffs, and yet why can't he put them together into words and music into a song? Some people can, but it's a rare thing. So I think that songwriting is like a perception. It's not a gift. It's a perception. It's a thing that a person can be very perceptive about, and he happens to be lyrical enough to write. It's like a poet. He can perceive things in you that you couldn't see in someone. I can look at you and I can see maybe something that nobody else couldn't see, and if you say something that I hear that is different, I'm going to remember it, and I'll write a song about it, you know. And you got to be very, very perceptive, and that's what I believe in songwriting, is very perceptive. But I didn't start until about I've been writing probably 15 years now, you know. But I didn't start until I was playing at Marlowe's, and it's like, after I got started, it was a slow process. It seemed like I wrote it almost 2 years before I ever even played anything for anybody. But then the day that I got the first song recorded, I got 6 recorded. It was just boom, it fell together.
6 songs. You're talking about 6 consecutive hits that you wrote that are on the country music charts of Billboard magazine at the same period, at the same time.
Marlowe recorded 6 of my songs. Is
Right.
what happened first of all, right off the bat, boom,
Right.
just like that right there. And since then I had songs. Well, his actually did great for not being on the label, and brought him to the attention of a lot of people from MCA and RCA and everything. And I think that he did an excellent job of them. But after I left that situation and went onwards, Tommy Overstreet cut did very well for me. And the beauty about that is, is that Tommy Overstreet released it on single.